Hey, I'm Kim Raver.
And I am Kevin McKidd.
And we are here for FrConventions.
Okay. Hi, Kim Raver.
Hi.
Okay, this is a good question. What's one of your best memories with me over the years?
My best, there's so many, Kevin McKidd. I have so many amazing memories with you. I'm going to kick it back to what we were talking about yesterday. I think, like right at the beginning with me, you, and Sandra, like it was just such an amazingly written dynamic with the three of us. And then I would say also like when we did the flashback to Iraq.
Yeah.
And like
that was fun. That was so much fun.
Amazing, and we were playing soccer, and there was, oh my god, we got to go in a helicopter, but like actually take off, and I remember that day. It was so much like real dust. You remember? It was really like that was one of them. There's many.
I love it when I'm going to answer the question too.
Okay,
all my best memories of you is when you end up. Kim has this thing which you sometimes like laugh when you're not meant to. During takes.
Oh my god, that's so true.
And when you go, like when you're like on a thin thread, and I'm like, and I know I can just give you a look, and you're like, don't look at me, because I'm gonna laugh. So bad.
It's basically where we get like the worst set of giggles, and it's usually when I'm really tired or stressed or anxious, and Kevin can see it, and it starts like a, and then he'll say or do one thing, and then I just completely lose it. I also, you know what? I love when Kevin's directing. It's the most, he's such an incredible director. You really are. You're just amazing. And it's such I think one of my favorite things about working with you is just the safety and the trust and the friendship, and that like we really try and go to like very vulnerable places. So I think it's like an overall general thing about you, Kevin McKidd.
Thanks, Kim.
And my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Drum roll, please. Okay. If you could bring back any character, who would you pick?
Oh, Marty. If I could bring back any character, who would I pick? There's so many characters that are brilliant.
Oh, well, we know. Come on.
And who would it be?
Sandra?
Yeah, it would be Sandra. It would be Sandra. I mean, it would create a lot of issues. Listen,
know.
Teddy and Owen already have enough issues.
But I was thinking, wouldn't that be a great storyline if, like, Christina had to come back and, I mean...
Yeah, it would be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It would be hilarious and funny and intense.
And intense and amazing and...
We'd all be laughing our heads off.
I know. What do you think Christina is doing these days?
I don't know. Where is she? What country is she in?
I don't know.
Isn't she in like...
We're going to have to find out.
Some northern European country?
Is she?
Isn't she doing something amazing in Switzerland or something? I think she's in Switzerland.
She's in Switzerland.
Yeah, she's in Switzerland.
I think Teddy and Owen should go visit her in Switzerland.
Yeah. We should go...
I'm pitching that.
Yeah, we should have a little hiatus and go visit her in Switzerland.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. And mend our marriage.
Exactly. Okay, here we go. It's a long one. This is a long one. Okay. The question is, if someone could play your role in your own biopic, who would you pick to play yourself?
To play myself?
Your own biopic of your life.
Taylor Swift. No, I'm just kidding. I just love that Taylor Swift like has her cats named after the characters from Grey's, and I
didn't know that.
Yes.
I knew she liked Grey's.
She's amazing. She is amazing, and I love her. Like she's younger and like great. She's like,
she's
cool. And I love what she does for her fans, and I love how she's taken her power back, and with her music. Okay, so maybe not as biopic, but just had to throw her in there. Yeah, Camilla Luddington. No, I'm just kidding.
Camilla, yeah.
Because she's so good and funny. I would love that.
Yeah.
Okay, seriously, I have to give you like a serious answer. So a biopic, so it would have to be someone a lot younger than me, right?
Well, I mean, it depends how far back you want to go. So like when you're a kid, you're going to have a few people. You have to cast a few.
That's
like a
true.
Child actor, or a teenage actor. And
like Dakota Fanning or
there you
someone.
Go, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
actually a good choice.
I'll go with Dakota Fanning.
Dakota Fanning, yeah. I think it's a good choice.
Oh, I got to pick this here. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to pick this one. Any book recommendations?
Ooh, I'm actually reading a book at the moment. It's an MIT, it's very highbrow, MIT essay, very long essay.
Light vacation reading.
A light vacation reading, and it's called Analog. and it's all about the. It's basically studying the origins of the phrase and the concept of analog, you know, where analog the word came from, and framing it against how our lives are more and more not analog, and how us as humans now are starting to crave an analog. We're having all this nostalgia for vinyl records and Polaroid cameras and all this stuff, and it's to try and fill that hole of one of the Latin meanings of analog is the engagement between humans and tools. So humans dealing with any kind of hand tool is where the word originates.
Right.
And what they're finding is in this very much more digital world that we live in, we're all craving more analogness in our life. And it's this really fascinating book.
That is fascinating, and I think our kids, your older kids, but my kids do, like that they're really craving that, and you see cafes for that, and very impressed with your reading, Kevin McKidd.
So, let me see. Okay, what is your favorite storyline / episode in the show, and why? Favorite storyline / episode in the show.
My favorite storyline, I have to say, and because I was lucky enough to direct it, I really loved the storyline where Kate Walsh came back and Sandra Wilson, you know, with Bailey, and it was about women's reproductive rights and fighting for those rights and making sure that that we really kind of engage in those important issues. I thought it was really so beautifully written, such an incredible story. Kate Walsh was amazing, Sandra Wilson was amazing, and
you were amazing. Like you had a lot to do in that episode. It was your first episode.
It's just like,
and you blew it out of the park. You really did.
Well, I have such a good teacher.
No.
And yeah, it's so generous. They're so generous, and like when I was like directing for the first time, and just being so there for me and supportive and amazing. And you know, a lot of people sometimes I think shut down when other people are doing new things, and you were just so generous.
I was right there for you, I think. You know, I'm just so proud of that episode. I mean, I remember my first episode, I had this little really easy episode, and I was terrified.
Did you go to the dentist and they like sent your character to the dentist?
It was really easy little, and you had this big, almost this kind of operatic episode about these huge issues, and you dealt with it so beautifully and dealt with the pressure so beautifully. So I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What was your favorite episode? I mean, I know.
Jeez, I don't know. Maybe the one right after, because I picked up. Remember?
Was that the one where you did like the whole?
Did the big oneer right after it?
Unbelievable. He's like, yeah, you directed, but watch this. It was an insane, amazing oneer.
I picked up right after that because there was the car crash at the end.
Yes.
And then I had to pick it up, and that
was amazing. We shared a day of filming. Yeah. And I was like, Kevin, I just need to get one little shot. Could you just give me a couple hours? You're like, yes, I got it. I got that shot of Sandra Wilson on the balcony, like looking out, which was like an echo back to when Derek was on the balcony. That episode you directed, and the fact that everyone was like, well, I don't know if we could do a whole one, and you're like, we can do it, I know we can do it, and everyone's like, oh, it's gonna be really hard, it's gonna take so long, and you just like, you stayed the course, you're like, I know, I got this, and like, that, talk about orchestrating and operatic. I mean, you basically had to like rehearse everyone, one steady cam, and you know, it was this incredible oneer from outside and the ambulance and coming in and going into the ER. That was just amazing.
I was really proud of that. I almost lost my nerve.
I know, but you stayed the course.
I was like, maybe this was a bad idea. I think maybe we should.
I think I saw that moment. You were like in the ER and you're like, I don't know how this is going. Everyone's like questioning, can we do this?
Yeah, but it worked in the end.
It was amazing. Great question.
Thank you.
I love the book question. Holy shit, you like. What a great book!
It's a really. I'll give you it when I'm
I
finished.
want to see it. I want to read it.
It's not that big a book, but it's
cool.
really, especially in the light of the world we're in right now. It feels really interesting.